Good afternoon, YouTube. I am Dory. Welcome to my channel. I am called Dory because I'm absolutely bonkers and have a terrible memory due to my wonderful fibromyalgia. Cheers for that, mate. Brilliant. Not. Anywho, how are you, my loves? How have you been? What have you been up to? Me? I hear you ask. Well, remember that dreadful pain management appointment that I had that went not very well is probably the most polite way of me saying it was a waste of my fucking breath and time. But anywho, so because it went so well, I went to see the GP who actually owns the practice where my normal GP is, except for he's now sort of doing part-time and locum work, so he's not always around, which is a bit of a nightmare. I'm in Floor's room because she'll be home next weekend because they're breaking up for half term, not Easter. I had Easter in my head. This is welcome. This if you're new, this is what you're gonna expect. Lots of dippy Dory. Nemo's in bed full of a cold. You know, when they're really, really, really little and snotty, they're like when they're trying to sleep. I was like, oh, bless him. So the entire house smells of Olbasoil and Vicks Vapor Rub because Mr. Dory's poorly. My throat is starting to get sore. Nemo's poorly, and there's every chance that I will be next with the streaming nose and the hacking sort of choky cough and the gravelly voice. Nemo sounds really sweet, bless him, and Mr. Dory sounds quite sexy with his husky voice. But anyway, where do I start today? I hear you ask. Well, where do we normally start? Somewhere where I can remember. Right. Currently, we have parking wars where we live, and I seem to have managed to elect myself to be the person to sort it out. Mainly because I'm disabled, registered disabled, as is Nemo. So we need to have a space as near to our home as possible. We do have a driveway, but Miss Dory's car goes on that, and I don't think mine would fit too. It might go on first right at the back, but then we won't be able to get the bins out or anything because mine's an SUV basically, and his is an estate, so quite big, both quite big, which is not ideal, but there you go. So yeah, I'm in Floor's room, and then I'm going to go and have a snuggle with little man. But I've just been to get my hair cut. We like? And I came back to all the neighbours out apart from Mr. Dory because he's above all that crap, and it's just like he refuses to get dragged down to the level of certain people we might have living next door to us. Let's just put it that way. Hair. Oh, I hate that. I've just washed my hair through as well, but it must be a little bit that escaped. So yeah, where we park at the moment, or where I park my car at the moment, is okay, but we're about to have 4 new flats, and there's only enough space for at the very biggest push 4 cars. Currently, 3 of those car spaces are being used by residents who live on this side of the road. Okay. That away, there's enough space for 3 vehicles. 2 vehicles are using the spots that way. Currently, there is a sign up on both sides saying residential parking only, or residents parking only, something like that. It's not a permit. It's not a permitted bay or anything like that. No, this is this is the stupid arse at the council, who I'm going to name and shame on Twitter, so please ignore that if you see me going mad about somebody. Just ignore it. It's just all to do with this. He put together this scheme so that the other people thought, oh, you know, it's residents parking only, I can't park there. What he failed to do is actually make it an actual official parking scheme, allow for us to pay permit payments, which we all have agreed that we would do that, not a problem. One permit, one space, you know, or one space per dwelling, as it were. And then, you know, any overspill has to go up the road to where the shop is, where there's CCTV and really good lighting. So, and there's way less chance of your car getting trashed up there than on this bend where we live. We get a heck of a lot of lorries and tractors and all that kind of stuff because we're rural. So, you know, you've got big refrigeration lorries rumbling past at God knows what time in the morning. I think they start about 4 a.m. But everybody uses this road as a cut through, and that's the problem. So there's double yellow lines where there is no parking bays, basically. But the couple that have bought a house that had been empty for a long time have 2 cars. They both work. That was my elderly neighbour calling. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to get this done before the police arrive. So last summer, the elderly neighbour, who doesn't have a vehicle but does put a cone out to try and persuade people not to park there, who go to the fish bar, fish and chip place just further up, because it's rude, you know, to park outside someone else's house. Plus, pardon me, indigestion again, Dory. I'll have something in my eye in a minute as well. Probably a policeman's bat and going, but yeah, the man, the landlord, I've just been speaking to the wife before, but that's irrelevant and doesn't really matter. But the man, he was absolutely vile. He attacked her, verbally abused her. He absolutely tore strips off her. So much so that I came out of our house. My husband came out. Next door came out. The next door to that came out because he was going, you're a nosy old effing bag and you can go and fuck yourself. And then he started on me. Now, you see, the thing with me is I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm going to live here. He doesn't have to live here. I do. Okay? Say what you want, mate. Call me all the names under the sun. Yeah? Thick skin. You need it, don't you? So, at 44 years old, I think I can handle a little prick like him. However, what I've just found out from my lovely neighbour is that he was filming her on his laptop, which means he will have filmed me. He will also caught me coming back and putting my cones next to my car. Now, one's a light one with a disabled badge on, but the other one's a really heavy one, bastard. And I know he moved it. I knew it was him. As soon as the neighbour said he's been shouting at me, he's been recording. She was saying that he's vile, she's vile, this, that and the other. They've had a real set to. So my neighbour's just phoned me crying, basically, in between me doing this and being told that the police are going to come and take us in. But that's absolutely fine. I will back her up because he was, oh my God, I have never heard anybody speak to another human being like that, face to face, like that, ever. And there was 4 women actually, 4 women out there trying to say, look, stop it, stop being a dick, leave her alone, don't pick on her. She's a little diddy old lady, but she's a flipping, rocket when she goes off. And she's got 2 massive sons that are like Hulk Hogan, that they're as tall as they are wide. both builders, you just don't mess with her. If you know her, you don't mess with her. Let's just put it that way. But this is all down to a counsellor. This is all down to a counsellor because he promised us permit parking and parking bays. Oh. So yeah, I'm now waiting for the police. So I'm going to do that, charge my phone, and then I'll come back to you and update you with the health thing. But the GP I saw at the practice has actually saved me from probably quite a big breakdown, because I'd got to the point where I was just in so much pain all the time, and I put all my hopes into this one pain management appointment that was crap, that was nothing, who told me how, you know, as soon as I accept my pain I'll be fine and all that bollocks. Anyway, so I'm going to go and get ready for the police and make sure, you know, I've not got anything out that shouldn't be out, if you know what I mean. No, it's alright, it's all upstairs hidden in a lockbox, I'm not daft. Right, better get out of Flo's room as well. It's actually half Flo's room, half the playroom as I look at it now. So I will love you and leave you for now, my lovelies. Be good and be careful, okay? You just don't know who you live next door to until something like this kicks off. But I will be back in a bit with a health update. Mwah. Love you. Be good.